Hello and welcome to today's video as we cover the LPL series that took place, Anyone's Legend Waybo. Important series because now Waybo have to play JDG for the second first stand spot coming from China to Brazil. We had C9 and Red Canids and player moves. We're going to talk about the player moves first, get them out of the way. They're over here. MVK allowed Kadi and Shogun to walk. Kadi, a long time Vietnamese mid laner. We've seen him at Worlds many times with Gam in the past. I believe he's been there with others as well. MVK Vikings in particular, I think. Had a 3-4 KDA, 64 KP, 9.5 CS per minute, 157 ROI, 4 share differential this past winter. So pretty high resource. It's a lot of farm for him, but Kine was no different really in the LCP. The LCP is where moves are being made right now in an official manner. 4% share differential, 264 vision efficiency. Did well in the laning phase. Had 270 gold on average at 15 minutes against enemy mid laners. 2 solo kills every 5 games. A new champion every other game. Then we have Shogun. He's been around the block. Been talking about him since 2022. It's been a long time. He's only 21 years old still. And it's crazy to really think about. Like, we've been talking about him since MSI 2022. Still is a very young player. Did very well with MVK in my opinion. Not their original plan. They wanted to have Puddin and went with Shogun. 3-3 KDA, 70 KP, 10.5 CS per minute. So these guys were the players getting the resources on Vikings. This is a lot of farm. This is 20 farm every minute. Well, 20 CS per minute. Yeah, 20 farm a minute to these two players. 163 RI, 6.2 share differential. That's 10.2% share differential. Like, these are your 1 and 2 carries. MVK are making a big move going from winter to spring, allowing these two players to leave. 284 vision efficiency behind 73 minutes, had a solo kill. 12 champions in 19 games, I believe, which is a very good clip. And then DFM Kine, the same Kine that got Isserus to keep their spot and then in the end lose their spot in CB LOL. LTA South CB LOL now. He played on Dignitas. He's kicked around the block. Kine's played on quite a few teams in quite a few regions. And now on DFM, honestly, I thought he was their best player, and it wasn't particularly close. But he's not on the team anymore. 2-1 KDA, 65 KP, 97 CS per minute. He died a lot. Pretty high farm, but did die. 169 ROI, 6.1 share differential, primary damage dealer for this team. Vision efficiency +3, which is good. Laning phase, pretty close, only 30 ahead. Solo kills had 1 every 4 games, 1 new champion every other game, went 1 in 14 in games played. But out of all the players, Kine is the least of the worries. Hopefully it's because he's leaving and finding a new team to play on, not because DFM want him off the team. Waybo beat Anyone's Legend 3-1, LCAD 3, soloer 2v2 kills to lead the way. 26-3 and 23, 31% of damage. Era 77, kill participation at support. Tarzan 12-9, 20, 82 KP. Hope 26, damage share. Drakes went 12-8 for Waybo. Barons were 3-3, and this is where there was a difference in this game. Waybo averaged nearly 7,200 gold a Baron power play. Anyone's Legend only 1,500. And that is a huge difference. Anyone's Legend struggled with their opportunities. And Waybo put AL away with theirs. And in addition to everything else, I mean, that doesn't help things. When you get opportunities, you need to punish. Jahu had a solo kill. Flandre had a solo kill. Vladimir on a Warwick. Fearless. JJ was playing Warwick in Game 4 in a win. AL, their drafts are suspect. Waybo, I mean, Jahu, I guess, is playing great in winter. Used to be the spring king. Now he's playing great in winter. It'd be nice to see Waybo get to first stand. They've got great players. 4 of the 5 roles are very, very strong, and Era is no slouch. Anyone's Legend, of course, we saw them last year, one of the best teams in the world across the entirety. But this is the way it is. America's Cup, Cloud9 Red. Cloud9 win 3-2. Red almost completed the reverse sweep. We had a legitimate use of Silver Scrapes. Vulcan had a solo or 2v2 kill, 3-10-44, with the team leading 77 kill participation. Sven had 3 of his own, so 4 solo or 2v2 kills out of Cloud9's bot lane, 29% of damage. Curse, the jungler, 15-12 and 45, 86 KP for Red. Rebello had 2 solo or 2v2 kills, 28% of damage. Red doing a lot better with Drakes in this one. Cloud9 taking 13 of 25. Barons, 4 of 7. The Baron power plays were much more successful for Red. Red averaged 3,600 gold a power play. Cloud9 just on 2354, which is not great. They had 2 negative power plays. Game 5 was lopsided for Cloud9. Red did fight back pretty strongly, in the mid game there. But there were just moments where Thanatos made the difference. He had a solo kill. Cloud9 would take control of this game in gold when you take into account Drake value. 55% of the time played. But going into Game 5, Red did have a lead. And a substantial one. But Cloud9 were ahead for literally, out of 32 minutes, 31 of them. So, that's a thing. Red were fighting back at times, but Cloud9 always still had a lead. They had to throw more for Red to have a chance for Red to take the lead. But Thanatos and Blabber really pulled it out. Blabber, key, Drake take, Drake steal. When he and Thanatos are the only 2 alive, Thanatos jumps in the pit, gets another kill after they'd already gotten a couple to begin with. Big difference maker on the Zaheen. Big difference. A great performance out of Thanatos. And you have to give him the ball. He did great in the laning phase. You have to give him the ball. He's the best player on the team. APA had 3 solo kills in his own right. Did his job at a high level. Kaze played a very mid in Game 5. That is weird as fuck. Frosty had a solo or 2v2 kill as well. It's what it is. For some reason, I don't see as many people commenting on Twitter when their region loses versus when it wins, but hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It is what it is, but Cloud9 should have played much better than that, in my opinion. Allowed Red back into it. Allowed the Canids back into it. So, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.